the real, it's the next episode.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Rockstar the Villain, and today we're doing a little different type of video today. As you see, I went back to the Roots Division 1, which was my personal favorite between the both. But yeah, I just want to just make a little video about how I feel about should they add in legendary gear sets. And when I mean legendary gear sets, if you play Div 1, you kind of already know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Striker and Pred and Tactician, and you know, the list goes on. The Banshees, the Hunter's Faith, you know, even though they changed that, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I feel like we should have those type of gear sets in the game. In Division 2. I say that because a lot of old school people that play Div 1, right? The most concerned about, from what I've seen, why they don't want to come over is because of the movement and because of the way how you build in the game, right? We could all agree that TU6 was a right step in between building and coming up with your ideas of build diversity, right? But just think about if one update they add in a nomad, and I'm not talking about, let's break it down, I am not talking about the classified pieces. I'm not talking about the 6 pieces, I'm talking about the 4 pieces. So before anybody in the comments bash me like, oh, you just want unlimited nomad procs, no, like, I'm talking about they could bring these gear sets in the game and they could tweak them to be way more balanced than it is in Division 1. That's what I'm talking about. So instead of Predator Mark, where you shoot the person 10 times and put them on a crazy amounts of bleed, they can actually change that in between, where it's like you have to shoot the opponent 20 times consecutively. You know what I'm saying? Unlike in Division 1, you could just spray around and it doesn't really matter. You could, as long as you shoot the person, as long as one of them bullets hit the enemy 10 times, you're putting them on a crazy bleed. That's how Predator Mark works in this game. But if they take these gear sets and they switch it up and they make it in between way better and more balanced, we might have something here, Division. We really might have something here. You bring in these gear sets, you bring them in legendary missions. I'm gonna get to that right now. Legendary missions. These gear sets should only drop in legendary missions. As you see, we have challenging heroic missions. In Division 1, we got legendary missions, and if you played it, it was hard as hell. But it was fun. You, at the ending, you will fight hunters, and it was fun. So I feel like we should get legendary gear sets and legendary missions. If you want the gear sets, you would have to play the legendary missions. Obviously, some of them could drop in the DZ, probably a small chance, you know, but you know what I'm saying, they really want you to PvE to get your gear, right? So the content in Division 2 right now is very stale, right? We could agree to that. The content is stale. And then on top of that, if they add in these gear sets, it makes you play the game. And I'm not talking about they can add in all these gear sets at one time. They could probably add in like 2 or 3 in, and then, you know what I'm saying, the next update they add in this or that. You got to take consideration too, you could mix up these things with the normal brand sets and, you know what I'm saying, the exotics. You could do so much more when it comes to build diversity if they add in these gear sets. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would be a cool thing to do. So, you know, I don't know, just a little thought. I was having this conversation with me and my boys online. We're just like, you know what, maybe we should, maybe I should talk about this. You know what I'm saying? Maybe somebody else might thought of the same idea, but I just want to bring it to you, or bring it to y'all, to just maybe, what do y'all think about it? I feel like this could be a good thing in the game. Like I said, not make these legendary gear sets overpowered, but the feeling of just going back to Division 1 gear sets. So for example, you're clearing out this one mission, you're like, oh man, like I can't wait, and then bam, you see this one nomad piece drop, you're like, You know how many flashbacks it's gonna bring you back to, like, damn, I'm really about to have this gear set in Division 2, and I used to play with this gear set a lot in Division 1. You know what I'm saying? Just that thought of just knowing that it's in the game. You know how many people is gonna come to the game? You know how many people is gonna come back and play the game to grind for those gear sets? You know what I'm saying? Because let's be honest right now, the gear sets right now, Ubisoft, you looking at this video, know what I'm saying, Terry, Frederick, all y'all, I ain't gonna keep it real with you, bro. Them gear sets is ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Like, I understand y'all, they didn't want to make them things overpowered, but y'all gotta do something, because them gear sets is bad, and nobody asks for any of those gear sets. Like, y'all gotta make some good gear sets that make you want to really run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this conversation with my boys. I really feel like gear sets is what's really gonna make the game come back to its roots, because right now the game is everywhere right now. I'm not finna get into the PvP talk about what's going on, but I don't know. I think the video was getting a little bit too much of a ranting phase or whatever, just getting over lengthwise. But what do y'all think about adding in legendary gear sets with legendary missions for PvE content? Y'all let me know. I do have another build coming out very soon, a build video, so stay tuned for that. And it's your boy Rockstar the Villain. I'll catch you on my next video. I'm out. Peace.